Welcome to Eastside Boxing. I'm one of your hosts, Marlon Parker, alongside
Ray Massey, Carlos Massey.
Today's episode. We're going to give a quick recap of some fights over the weekend, some local fights in Washington, D.C. that happened at Merrick Recreation Center. It was put on by Davis Boxing Promotions, which was his first promotion in this area. What do you guys think?
It was the Back to Boxing event.
Yes.
Back to school, back to boxing.
Back to school bouts. Let's give them all this credit.
Right.
What do you think?
No, it was a great show. I really liked it. Everything from the DJ, just to all the folks who showed out, and especially to the fighters. You know, it was one of those events that you always remember and hope you see another.
Yeah, it was a very entertaining show. It just, a lot of times we do our shows here and we talk about the guys that's already up the ladder somewhat, but it's always good to get back to the basics. You know what I'm saying? The starting points, the grind. And so we saw a lot of that, and yeah, like I said, it was actually like a really good show, very entertaining, very well put together.
Exactly. For his first show, for any show, it was remarkable. It didn't just start at the show. You got to see where he was going during the weigh-in. The weigh-ins were Friday, and we were there.
Friday.
The weigh-in, it was nice. He's actually filming a reality show, so that's happening at the same time.
Yep.
And you've got a DJ there. You've got the fighters who are all personable. I didn't find any fighter to be anything but approachable and willing to talk.
Yeah.
And able to talk. So yeah.
That's
No. People didn't really want to talk to after weigh-in. But yeah.
Talk, man. They focus. So
and Eric Davis, the promoter, man, he was all over the place. Really nice, really took time to speak with everyone and make sure everything was there. Even my youngest son was there helping out, putting up chairs. I didn't know that was going to happen.
Yeah.
He had that energy.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
got slowed down.
Exactly. But no, it was great. And I hope he actually gives us more about more promotions in the next coming months. And I hope people support him, actually. And then now just to transition to the fights, there were, how many fights did we have?
About six. That's about 6 fights. It did 1-7. Remember, one canceled. So
But
about 6.
Even, come on, how many local fights have we been to? And 2 or 3 canceled.
Yeah.
So for him to only have 1 cancellation,
No, and it was good.
Exactly.
Everything was smooth from the opening bout to the last bout.
Yeah.
Even the crowd.
Yeah.
Even the crowd. The crowd was
They was on their best game. It wasn't on the south side. So
I'm not saying that.
Let's get to the real conversation, man. The first
No, let him put his foot in his mouth one more time. I probably can reel in one more. First bout. Let's go. Let's run him down.
Damian Scott versus Theodore Brown. These guys, this is a pro debut for Theodore Brown, and for Damian Scott, it was his pro debut as well. This was a heavyweight. That bout, you say heavyweight?
These were the Baltimore guys. These were both.
Yeah. So
I'll let you speak first. You know how I feel about it. The guy was winning until the 4th round. He got clipped. His chin was up the entire fight. And that's something that we had noticed, we had commented on, and in the 4th round, what was it, 30 seconds left?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think he might have been. He might have been.
It was a matter of time. Listen, this is like driving high speed, no seatbelt. The same danger applies. If you're on boxing is not a game. I commend him for having a heart to come in and fight, but the fighter in me, you gotta care about the human, right? And so, although I like to be entertained, I like it to be a match that it feels like it's competitive, like the guy. And though he was throwing his arms, he was throwing his arms.
He was winning with the jab. He won.
I always look for fundamentals.
Yeah.
And he was missing so many fundamentals. We actually, me and Marlon actually talked about this.
We were going back and
so we go back and forth. So I was like, this is really no difference. If you're a football fan and you see a quarterback running around holding the football like it's a loaf of bread, and you're like, oh, he's gonna fumble. He's gonna fumble. It's no different. Watching a fighter stand straight up, chin in the air, and leaning back, just barely getting. I mean, he was barely missing KO shots. And I was like, it's just a matter of time. And you know, of course, you know, as the rounds progress, you get tired and all that leaning back.
yes,
It happened.
it only takes one.
Right. Like that fight. I mean, so from the first round out, I think first couple punches thrown, I was like, this guy. I mean, like I said, I commend him for being in it, but they had a heart to fight, but the skills wasn't there. Like Marlon, you keep alluding to, his head kept popping up off the turtle shell.
Yeah.
And this was, like Ray said, a matter of time. It was a vicious knockout. Like me and Marlon got into it. I said, I don't believe certain people need to be in the ring. You know,
And I say
you have a certain skill set because they end up being bait.
my response was, who are we to say maybe you could say they could have put him in with someone else, but in hindsight, he was winning the first 3 rounds. He was 30. We've seen boxing matches where you're 30 seconds out, you're 10 seconds out, and that's when you get caught. The guy was 30 seconds out. Even you guys didn't like his style of fundamentals. And admittedly, there were some things. Admittedly, there were some things he needs to work on. Okay. But he was in there. He had heart, and he was winning with the jab. This guy was so patient and caught him with that. I didn't see it coming. I felt it was coming, but at the time it happened so quickly. Yeah. I didn't actually catch it, but I caught him going down. Yeah. And I said, oh, he's not getting up. So, yeah.
But the other guy, to his credit, I don't think he wasn't really that good either. It's just that he had a little bit more composure. And he just came over.
I don't know.
With the haymaker.
I will say, irregardless.
Yeah, that's not even a word. It's not even a word.
David Scott put on a remarkable performance for him. And kudos, congratulations on that fight. Moving to the next fight. And so the next fight that came up that occurred was in the 140-pound division. It was Jamal Johnson. It was his pro debut, and he was going up against Anthony Lowe, who was 0-2. You're taking for Carlos.
It was more competitive than the first one. Yeah, that's what I took away from it. But it was a matter of time. It was competitive though. They gotta get the gym down. But it was pretty competitive to me. But it was okay. It was entertaining. You know,
we spoke with a few fighters. I remember him.
Yes.
Dreads.
Right.
Yeah.
And the other guy was.
That fight was competitive.
Yeah,
it was competitive.
It was. Yeah. No. It was
now I don't know if I totally agree with the cards.
Right.
Oh, right.
It was closer than the card suggests.
But nobody agrees with you, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. I was waiting to take my shot. I took it at irregardless, but I've been waiting to take a shot. So okay. Next fight.
All right.
Next fight.
So next fight. So next fight was number 3. It was Shamar Flowers, who was
local guy.
Yeah, 140 pounds, and he went up against Devontae Best.
Right.
All right. That was.
Yeah. I like Best personally. We spoke with him. Yeah. We spoke with him the day before. Yeah. Really nice guy.
Cool and confident.
Yeah. Shamar reminded me of a serial killer. He was a quiet assassin, right. A man of few words and all action. When the bell happened, when the bell rang, he went to work. I mean, he did his thing. He's an assassin, man. He had great form. You saw on display, you saw nothing but basic boxing fundamentals. He was in and out, he was quick, he was elusive, he had defense. Straight A. I have nothing else to say. He was a great fight.
Yeah, he was. You can just see like, you can see him making adjustments just off the break. You know, the guy came and tried to swing some wild, awkward stuff. He slowed it down, set him up, picked his shot, and ended the show.
Yeah.
Good performance. That was a good performance.
It was a mismatch. And
No.
it was a mismatch. It was a mismatch.
No,
Look, you don't have to like.
It was the difference of one fight between the two fighters.
Yeah, but it was a mismatch. The levels, they were on different levels. Shamar Flowers came in at 1 and 2.
That's what he said.
And this guy came in with 0 and 2, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah.
Shamar Flowers looked.
I think he
looked polished. He looked polished.
He would have looked like
I
that.
think
He looked really polished. I don't know if
He would have looked like that against you.
It looked a lot better. It looked a lot better. I don't know how that's gonna happen. I wouldn't have made boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, his record is deceiving. His record is deceiving. He has a great amateur career, but his pro record is a little deceiving because
But now
he was throwing the way he was throwing shots. He looked like upper echelon like type of fighter. So
but now he's 500, so he's at 500, so it makes it different.
Yeah. So the next fight was the fourth bout. I believe it was I don't have my glasses. Kari,
Clink scale,
and he was
Uh,
against Dwayne Thompson.
the third,
Yeah, he lost that fight, and I agree with the cards. I mean, he had a large amount of supporters there, clean scales, if I'm not mistaken. But I agree with the cards. He lost.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's not much.
The other guy was sharp though. He was really sharp.
Yes.
And he he was sharp. Like his movement, everything. I'm like, oh man, this dude is like setting traps. He's moving good. Plus he had power. But to my surprise, that guy did pretty good.
Clink scales actually did pretty well, but
and I thought he was the turning point. But like was that a pro debut?
No, so Kari was on 1 and Dwayne was 1-0.
Okay.
But Dwayne, but the guy Dwayne was in the red.
yes, I think he was the only one in the red corner that won.
Yeah, but he was, man, they were both. That was a very competitive fight. That's the difference. The difference from the fighters in the beginning. That was one of the more. You didn't want to see a loser, but it's boxing. They have the next day. So the next fight after that was and again taking nothing from Kari, great fight.
He actually performed really well. The rounds he went down in the first round.
Yeah.
And that when he dug that hole, it was.
Was that a headbutt? It looked like a headbutt, but I don't know.
Someone said it was a push next week. I didn't see it.
I didn't.
We were.
But
We had great seats, but it still wasn't clear to me. So
I got tangled. But so okay. The next fight was it was the 5th bout. It was Aaron Thorne, and he went up against our guy, Fitzgerald Johnson. Fitzgerald is a very animated guy.
okay, all right. Careful with you. Yeah, he was a pleasure to interview Fitzgerald.
Right.
Okay, all right. So we all a lot of energy. Fitzgerald tried. He gave it his all. It was long. I wasn't recording that.
Yeah, he didn't come to lose.
He didn't come to lose. He didn't come to. No, he didn't. It was a game performance. He got caught with a body shot. We got clipped.
I'm not a chin.
No, that was no.
So he got to go to the bad end.
I'm not getting into that.
Combo.
Look, Fitzgerald, I like you. Reach out. We can slam Carlos together. Get out of here. There you go.
And then it was, of course, the Michael Terrell. We wanted to see him in action.
Yeah, that was the one.
Frankie Solomon, but that didn't happen. That fight fell through.
Yeah, Michael Terrell is a local guy, and Frankie Solomon is from Tampa.
Yeah,
and I wanted to see that. That was that.
And then, of course, the main event is where we got a chance to see hometown, Brandon Quarles against Linwood Dozier.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Shut up.
it was good to see him come back off of
Yeah,
that long time off and a horrific accident.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Brandon in a couple fights before. Again, he's a great guy, very approachable. I'm interested in seeing more. This was a good, it was competitive. That guy, see, some of these fighters who came out, and sometimes you will hear how fights are poorly matched up. Somebody didn't get this guy the memo. He didn't come to lose. The guy he fought, he was patient. He was playing the long game, but he waited too long. You're fighting a 4-rounder, gave away too many early rounds, and even though he looked fresher than Brandon toward the end, he just gave away rounds. I mean, he got touched up.
He didn't let his hands go enough.
He did.
No, and I knew he came to win. I knew he was going to give it his all. He had a little girl, maybe it was his daughter.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, yeah, he's got some pride. He's not going to just lay down. Impressive that he was trying. Was I talking to you? Was the guy who left next to me? Was he still there? He just wouldn't let his hands go. Yeah. He just wouldn't let his hands go. Maybe he was waiting. He didn't see what he was looking for, but then he was just giving away rounds. And once those rounds in a 4-rounder, was it 4?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Once you get that 1 or 2 in the bank, it's
Hard to dig out that hole.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was able to throw punches because Brandon was throwing so many punches. Like he was just bad and hit. That's the hook.
Sometimes the guy had good movement, but he wouldn't let his punch go.
Brandon had a lot. He had really good work. He was throwing. When Brandon threw 5-punch combinations, he was laying good.
Eating his body too.
Sometimes when he was doing those 1 and 2, it was kind of being glancing off the gloves, off the elbow. But when he was putting it, you can tell he was starting to get his rhythm back. We saw a little bit of ring rust, but as the rounds progressed, you start to see that dog come out again. He was really starting to push on him and unload.
He was just outworking. He was trying to outwork him. He was outworking him. Yeah, the guy, like I said, the guy was waiting around trying to count him. But if somebody hit into the body all night.
Yeah. We know what to do. So again, gutsy performance from Linwood Dozier, but again, Brandon.
Game performance. Game performance.
This guy always tries to. Hey, look, gutsy performance. Okay, game.
Linwood, reach out to me. We can talk about Brandon.
I don't care. I'm okay.
All right, so no. And overall, the event.
Yeah, again, it was good.
Yeah, really good. We have to give credit, congratulate Eric Davis and Davis Boxing Promotions for a great event, putting on a wonderful night in the community. Families were there. It was peaceful, entertaining, extremely entertaining, and what's another adjective?
How about so it's enough.
That's enough. All right. Well, until next time, signing out.
Yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thanks so much.
We gonna start?
Man, we started when the sound.
Are you gonna start?
Good.
We got your phone.
I'm looking at it. It's fine.
All right, let's get it. Welcome, Nace. I came. All right, bro. Welcome to A-Side Boxing. I'm one of your hosts, Marlon Parker, alongside.
Ray Massey, Carlos Massey.
All right, so we won't start it off with. I wanted to say something. I thought try one more time. I had a line for you, Los, but you didn't fall in the trap. One last time, come on. All right, here we go.